Hi everybody, Game Pack Rat here with a look at the final pair of power supplies catalogs from Nintendo Power. So if you are new to the channel, take a look at the links in the description below. I have released videos of every previous year's power supplies catalogs, all the way back to 1993. And if you're not already, please be sure to go ahead and click subscribe to be notified of future videos. Let's jump in here. Today we are looking at the final catalogs from 2001. So 2001 was a pretty big year. It was, of course, the year that the Nintendo GameCube launched, marking Nintendo's final acceptance to use CD-based media, or I guess in that case, DVDs. And also on a personal note, it was the year I both graduated high school and started college, so kind of a very exciting year. But we had two final catalogs that year, Summer 2001 and the Winter 2001 catalog. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Summer catalog first. Fairly kind of generic cover here, just some kind of basic font power supplies catalog. We got a render of Mario throwing a looks like Game Boy Advance branded football, which was also new that year. And a looks like Donkey Kong action figure and an inflatable Nintendo Power, I would assume, chair here. So let's see what we got. Over here we have a Game Boy Advance Sling Carrier. That was $25. A console backpack. Says it's brand X. Doesn't really seem to have any Nintendo branding. It's kind of weird. That was $40 too. And over here, a Advanced Transporter for Game Boy Advance. That was $32. Says you can transport your Game Boy supplies and accessories two ways. So you can use a shoulder strap or this hefty haul loop. Holds Game Boy Advance or Game Boy Color, and interior pockets for additional storage. Over here, a Game Boy Advance Zip Around. So this one looks like it was a bit more like form-fitting to the original Game Boy Advance. That was $12. A set of Nintendo Power Advance headphones featuring looks like actually says Nintendo Power Advance, which was a pretty short-lived series of strategy guides for Game Boy Advance games. I believe there are only 4 volumes released, if I remember correctly. That was $14. And here, the Game Throne, an inflatable Nintendo Power chair for $35, and they have a free tip. Have someone else blow it up for you. Nice. Here is a better look at the Game Boy Advance football we saw on the cover. It says it's a color change football, so that's kind of fun. $10. A Game Boy Advance t-shirt. Fairly basic, but I kind of like it. That was $20. And the see-through Nintendo Power backpack we saw in last year's catalog, but it says it was marked down to just $10. Over here, any younger viewers are probably not going to care about this, but a hands-free telephone. Back when we had to use landlines. That was $18. That's pretty funny. A little Nintendo Power radio with headphones for $12. And a Nintendo Power watch tag. That's kind of fun. So it was a dog tag with a built-in digital watch for $13. Next up, we've got a metal Mario keychain. That is pretty cool. Just $6. Some character tattoos, obviously temporary tattoos, but $7. It says it includes 3 tattoo sheets, so 27 tattoos total, or 9 of each character. Some character pencils, featuring Donkey Kong, Yoshi, and Mario. The set of 3 for $8. a Mario vs. Bowser 3-ring binder for $7, a Mario hat for $18, and a Mario wallet featuring the same image as the hat for $6, a Mario t-shirt for $20, and some posable Mario and Yoshi characters. So it says these were approximately 8 inches tall, where the standard plush were about 6 inches for the smallest size. And I'd imagine these have some sort of like wire inside them so you can pose their arms and legs. But it's just $12 for the set of 2. Over here, an N64 game carrier we saw before, backpack traveler, some N64 game protectors, and the system house that have been in the last few years worth of catalogs, a Game Boy Color carrier case, as well as some game pack cases. And here is the Game Boy binder we saw in last year's catalog. So it's both doubles as a Game Boy case as well as storage for your trading cards. Looks like that was marked down to $9. And here's a couple of the Game Boy Color carrying cases we've seen before for $9 each. Next up, an N64 messenger bag for $15. The N64 lanyard was marked down to just $3. Oh, this is fun. The Big 3 soccer ball featuring Mario, Yoshi, and Bowser for $15. And over here, the plush body Donkey Kong characters, pretty heavily discounted. Looks like it was just $11 for the set, or $3 each. And the Donkey Kong action figures were also pretty discounted. Okay, that looked like 1 to me, but they're $4 each, or the set for $22. And here are the Pokemon trading card holders, heavily discounted, 50% off, just $2.49 each. Or you can get a set of 6, one of each color, for $12.99, or just red, yellow, and blue for $6.99. And the Pokemon lunch bag for $7. And then this, it says, notice all Super Power stamps currently in circulation will expire on December 31st, 2001. This catalog represents your final opportunity to use any Super Power stamps you may have collected. So, I don't have them on hand, but as I mentioned in previous years' videos, the Super Power stamps were basically little stamps they would include with earlier catalogs or just as promotional bonuses with Nintendo Power subscriptions that would give you $1 off per stamp. And this was kind of the end of the era. Looks like this was the last chance to use them, and a fairly underwhelming catalog in my opinion compared to previous years. But here is a Nintendo Power CD bag for $12. Player's guide holder, power rack, some game tunes. Not sure if any of these were new, but a few were heavily discounted. Just $2.50, $3.99, $2.50. Crazy. And some player's guides. Couple new ones here. So we have Pokemon Stadium 2. Banjo-Tooie, that may have been in last year's, but Zelda Oracle of Ages and Oracle of Seasons guide is new, and those games here in 2023 were just re-released on the Nintendo Switch Online expansion pack. So, just 22 years later. All right, the final Power Supplies catalog. Says create the ultimate video game room. Power Supplies Winter Catalog 2001. And there's some pretty cool stuff here. I will try to point out most of it. We've got a Zelda poster, a little Spyro poster. Might have been a Nintendo Power poster. A few different storage cases, a couple Game Boy Advance games, some GameCube games, the various Yoshi plush with the Game Boy Advance, magazine holders, looks to be a Nintendo-themed alarm clock, a stack of Nintendo Powers, a Nintendo Power storage tote, that inflatable throne we saw in the last catalog, some player's guides, a Yoshi hat, looks like a traveler backpack, the Big 3 soccer ball, a Nintendo GameCube, which was new that fall, a couple games, more. Oh, here's very hard to see, but the Nintendo Power Advance guides I was talking about a minute ago. A few storage things, and a nice little CRT. Okay, so this catalog is a little odd. It kind of like expands out. I'm actually going to start from this back page and kind of open it as I go. So here are some magazine binders, the throne, and now they have a new little inflatable ottoman. Looks like the ottoman was 25, or you could buy the set for, what does it say, 58. A few more repeats, the pens, the Mario vs. Bowser binder. This NP bubble clock was new. That was just $12. And then here we have a little Nintendo GameCube, DVD holder. So that was $24. And I don't know if it had any branding. Oh, okay, it says it has a Nintendo GameCube logo molded into the top. I would assume that's what that was. Plus, there is, what else here? CD holder pack. So it looks like it was a set of red, green, white, and blue CD holders for $10. There's a Nintendo GameCube software case, so like a mini CD holder. That was $10. The GameCube Traveler case. That would be that. That was $20. And the posable Mario and Yoshi characters for $12. Open up here. Here are several repeats. I think just this guy might be new, this Nintendo Messenger bag. That was $39. Okay, and let's look at inner pages now. So here we have some new Yoshi Story merchandise. So here, let's start with number 1. It's a Yoshi DigiWatch. That was $15. A Yoshi hat that we saw on the cover. That was $18. A Yoshi Youth t-shirt for $20. Up here, oh, no, sorry, down here, number 4. So like the posable Mario and Yoshi set, it looks like they made a full set of posable Yoshis in 6 different colors, and the full set was $38. And then here, what I showed a second ago, these were actually Yoshi puppets. That's pretty cool. And let's see, the set of 3, oh, the finger puppets. Okay, the set of 3 was $14. Here is the clock we saw on the cover. Give you a better look at the face. It's got several different characters from various N64 games. And that clock was $38. And then here we have a Zelda t-shirt and baseball cap. So this is, for anyone that can't read Japanese, this is in katakana. And the first character there is Ze, and then next is Ru, and finally Da. So you put it together, Zeruda. You can see it on both the t-shirt and hat. Looks like the shirt was $22 and the hat was $18. Over here is a Game Boy Advance Deluxe tote. Looks like it has several slots for games. That's pretty nice. So that was available in 2 different colors for $15. And there's a smaller Game Boy Advance carrying case I think we saw in the previous catalog. That was $8, again in 2 different colors. Here is the kind of strange unbranded console backpack again. A couple Game Boy Color cases, the N64 game carrier, and the Advance Transporter. And then finally, just a laundry list of player's guides. Again, a couple of which were new. Looks like the Gold and Silver Pokedex, the Pokemon Crystal version, and Paper Mario being the new additions for this year. And same deal, there's a list of soundtracks. And wow, the Play It Loud soundtrack, which features music from several excellent Super Nintendo games, with just 99 cents. Insanity. And there is the final order form. So if you notice here, it says Super Power Stamps will not be accepted. But you can get a free plush or keychain with a $50 purchase. And sadly, that is it. End of an era. I gotta say, compared to early catalogs, I feel like they kind of went out with a whimper. There were definitely a couple cool things in this year's catalogs, but nowhere near what we saw in the early years in terms of exclusive merchandise. But yeah, that was it. That was the last Power Supplies catalog that Nintendo included with Nintendo Power. And I feel like there was a pretty big lull in terms of Nintendo merchandise in the early 2000s before we had companies like Jax releasing their World of Nintendo figures. Of course, Amiibo have, released at this point well over 100 different figures. But that was it. Let me know in the comments, what you think. If you had any of this merchandise, if you spotted anything you want to try to track down now, let me know your thoughts. But that is it. This, again, is the final Power Supplies catalog. If you missed any of the previous year's catalogs, I will put links in the description below. So if you haven't already, please be sure to go back and check those out. For anyone who's been along for the entire journey, thank you so much for watching. I hope you will subscribe or continue to subscribe. I have a lot more videos on the way, and I appreciate everyone taking the time to watch.